Hey guys, another garden update for you. We've changed up some things in the back, but first we wanted to show you the front because there's a few things up here that have grown quite a bit and are doing a lot better than they were previously. We have our Fatsia japonica, Japanese Aurelia. It has basically shed all of its older leaves and put on all new leaves. It's grown quite a bit since we got it at an estate sale. It had some scale when we got it. We treated it and we added some soil and some amendments to the pot. It's very happy right now. We have our succulents in this pot. We have some sedum and some, I don't know what these are called again. But these are flowering. It's pretty cool. Most importantly, I want to show you our gunnera. Man, I don't know what else to say other than this thing is a monster. It's literally probably tripled in size since we got it. It was in a 1 gallon. It's in a 7 gallon now. And Cannon's gonna put his arm out, which isn't a good, really representation of scale because he has very long arms. But I'll put my hand up to it, maybe you can kind of see. The leaves are massive already. I kind of regret not putting it in a bigger grow bag because I think we're just gonna have to end up doing that next year anyway. So our little succulent pot design we did over here has filled out nicely. It's doing good. Got a variation of different succulents in here, some sedums and different stuff, doing really good. We recently deadheaded our hydrangeas, so they don't look the best, but with that new light entering into the center of the plant, it'll be putting out new blooms here pretty soon, I think. This is our other little succulent pot that we did. It's got some crystals in there, and this is a new addition over here to your left. This is a fern. It's called Queen something? Queen, some lady's name, I forgot, but it's from Australia. It was in a 1 gallon pot, believe it or not. And we potted it up to, gosh, I don't even
biggest.
know. How many gallons is this?
Well, it's like a 22-inch.
22-inch pot.
One of the biggest.
So we pruned it up a lot, got rid of a lot of dead fronds and stuff, and seems to be pretty happy so far. We're happy to have this addition to our garden. We love it. It can take a little more sunlight than most ferns. It is from Australia. I love the shape of the fronds. They're more narrow and elongated. Really balances out the front yard here because we have the Fatsia on the right side, and then we have this really bushy fern over on the left side, so it kind of equals out there. We have the hydrangeas in the middle, our succulents, and our gunnera. Now we're going to move on to the back because we have a lot of new updates for you, and we're pretty excited. A lot's changed back here, so we can't wait to show you. Everything is pretty much the same. I'm not going to go over all the plant details like I have in the past. We potted up our tomatoes into larger grow bags. We've separated the cherry tomatoes from the the Cherokee purples. All the slicers we have are on the other side of the garden. They're already pretty tall, just to give you an idea of scale. What is it, May 15th, 16th? I mean, we're going to have to figure out a different staking situation because these tomato cages are not going to hold these tomatoes for how big they're going to get, so we're probably going to do like bamboo teepees or something, or utilize this fence somehow with maybe some sort of string or tape or something to kind of secure them. So everything's flushing out. All of our raspberries and stuff are doing really good. This raspberry over here is already putting out flowers, and it's its first year, so I'm kind of surprised. It was a bare root, so typically raspberries don't flower and produce fruit until the second year, so just gonna kind of go over updates on the plants we have and any new additions that we have. We have a sage that's new. I think the green onions are new. The cosmos that we got are new. We got peppers from a friend of mine here. Cosmos, Kenyon's letting this lettuce, it's a butter leaf lettuce, go to seed. He has arugula he's letting go to seed, is going to be producing a ton of seeds. We just got these peppers today. They're jalapeno peppers, and we potted them up again with the 6-packs. You know, it's the best deal, like $5 for 6. We have our gazanias here, is what you're seeing. They're an African daisy. Don't just go by the common name, because osteospermiums are also called African daisies, but they're different than gazanias, so that's why we like to use scientific names. Our nectarine tree is grown quite a bit since last time, as well as our mulberry tree. The mulberry tree, I mean, this is all new growth. That's probably like close to 2 feet of new growth. And you know, you see these back here. It's just going crazy. We're super excited to have it. $10 at the nursery.
Is it loquat new?
Yeah, we got a loquat. This was a specialty item that I got from one of the only nurseries in town that had them. So I did pay, you know, $30 for this plant. But it's one of those things where it's like you want something and you just can't find it anywhere else. You're willing to pay the price. But on the bright side, it is putting out, you know, another shoot on the bottom. So I think in a couple years we should be able to propagate this pretty easily and have, you know, more than just this one. We did get some new fan palms from a palm nursery guy who's selling his nursery. He has a bunch of palm trees. Probably going to end up going back. He has a bunch, I think he has over 50 different kinds of palm trees. So we just like these, and they're a good price. I think they were 15 each. Is that right? 15? And I mean, they're in like a 3-gallon pot or something. Moving right along. You know, we deadheaded this a while ago. It's already putting out its new flower buds there. We have our mother of millions that got hit by frost early in the season. You know, they don't tolerate frost very easily, but it is putting on its little babies. They call it mother of millions because all along each one of these serrations, it will put out a little baby and apparently have 1 million babies. We have our goji berries. I don't remember, did we have these before in the last video? The goji berries are doing good. We got these at the same place we got the loquat.
Yeah, because we got a bamboo.
Huh?
With a bamboo guy.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have our Arcaria. This is the Norfolk pine. We got this from a person on Facebook Marketplace. I think I posted a picture on Facebook of this in the trunk of our car. It is pretty tall, so I love all of the Arcarias, Monkey Puzzle, Willamette pine, Norfolk pine, all of those Arcarias. This thing's been pretty neglected, so you know, I would never prune a tree like this. It's, you know, just a weird stump. I already pruned this off, but I'm sort of just letting it get used to it. We potted it up. When we got it, it was dug up, I think, from someone's backyard. There's a lot of damage on this main trunk. I'm planning on removing this maybe next year when it's healthier, and maybe putting out some new stuff from the bottom or something. But very excited to have it. It is it's not very hardy, but it is hard here, so it can stay outside. But yeah, excited to have it. It's evergreen. It adds a lot of structure to our little landscape here. All that stuff. We also got a pecan tree. We got this from some lady on the side of the road that had a plants for sale sign. Of course, we had to stop. She had pecans, she had tomatoes, she had all kinds of different stuff. I think the pecan tree is the only thing that we got from her, but
You got the onions.
oh, the green onions we got from her too. We've recently added some sunflowers. These are the gigantic mammoth sunflowers. So take a step back. We have 4 of them all along our back fence line on the west side of our lot here. So they should act as quite a border. They're going to be huge. They'll be in the background. They'll be tall. So excited to get those in. And then Susanna wanted us to focus in on these double petunias. She really wanted to see them. So if you could zoom in, show her the double flowers. This is the magenta and white. And then this is like the dark purple and I guess magenta one. And this is more, there are kind of variations. Some are more white or more purple, more magenta. So they really, each one is kind of unique actually. But this will kind of spill over this pot we have here. We have Gerbera daisies. We have our rudbeckia in there. That'll be a nice little combo. We have our gold bar grass. It's about 5 feet tall. Has the gold variation, gold bars along the foliage. Yeah, super excited. We got those today actually. We had to stop. We drove by the nursery on our way back from some estate sales that we went to. We couldn't help but stop, of course. So we had to stop and get some plants and some worm castings. Some more gazanias. You know, they come in different colors. This one's kind of whiter. This one's yellow. Oh look, a little ladybug. And this one's purple. And our tiki man, we gave him a hairdo. He's got purple dreads. He's pretty excited about it. He's stoked. We change up his hairdo all the time. So next video it might be different. Oh, Uncle Chet's, yeah.
Where?
There's a hummingbird that was over on the catnip.
Oh.
Yeah, it flew away, I saw it. We have our squash over here, we walked right by it. So we're hanging our squash because we're basically container gardening, so unfortunately stuff like melons and squash, all that kind of stuff that needs a lot of space, we have to be kind of creative and think outside the box. We are growing this summer squash. There's 2 different kinds in here actually, but from a grow bag hanging from the tree, the silver maple, and as it pours over the grow bag, we're going to raise up this grow bag even farther. So we'll let you know how that goes. We might end up having to support some of the squash as they mature and stuff. I don't know how that's going to work out, but we will cross that bridge when we get there. So, see, some of the gazanias are more pink, more dark purple, white, yellow. Canyon planted some marigolds with our roses because our roses have basically been attacked by aphids, I'm typically not one to use insecticides and stuff. We tried neem oil, but from my time working at a nursery and stuff, I just know that systemic is your best way to deal with those sorts of problems. You know, we're not going to be eating these roses or anything. They also have some black spot issues and stuff. That systemic will take care of that too. And we only use less than half the recommended amount too, so I mean, it's gonna take care of it, and it's fine. So, wanna zoom on these ones? See, like this one's kind of inverted to that one. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna show them the peach tree. So this peach tree, like, step back and like, is like loaded with peaches, so much that actually I think one of these branches actually broke. I think it did actually split, but I don't know. Let's see. It seems to still be doing good. So I think we're gonna get some good peaches this year. Alright, so take a step back here and show them our new shade structure that we put up.
This is a game changer.
It is. So this is the west side of our house. The sun comes up obviously from the east, and this is all like south facing. And then this is all west facing, so the hot west sun hits the back of the house here like you wouldn't believe. It's so hot. There's no shade or anything, so we put up these T-posts, and we did like the shade fabric, and we did some misters too. So this hose has water running through it, and each one of these is a mister. We have it off right now for this video, but it mists all the plants that are below each T-post going down. And it cools off the side of the house, and the mist actually helps with that too. So we have a good little area here, chill spot. We have a pathway through each T-post. The misters set at each T-post with the plants, so the misters water the plants, they cool us off in the shade over there. It was a pretty good setup, you know. It took, you know, multiple people's ideas all coming together to sort of think of this and make it all happen. So from Jen, our friend Jennifer, to Canyon and me, all of our ideas put together, we came up with this, and like, it solves multiple problems. So we'll continue along this side, and then we'll show you the plants along each little T-post that we have set up there. So here's an update on our rows that Canyon and Jennifer root pruned, and they revived it and potted it up. It's a Joseph's Coat climbing rose. It's pretty awesome. I'm really happy with it. We got the rose from these people, and it was completely neglected and stuff. Of course, their drip irrigation quit working, and they didn't even know if it was alive still. But we wanted it mainly for the pot it was in, which we used it somewhere else, but we were able, yeah, there it is right there actually, the green and blue pot. And we were able to bring this rose back to life. The only reason I really tried was because I know this cultivar, the Joseph's Coat, is a great climbing rose. It has multiple colors, flowers on the same plant, so look it up, it's a good one. Our cannas came up that we planted up. These are the freesias I was telling you about before. They're coming up. we had another canna in back there. I'm not seeing any action there, so I don't know. This is another rose that we have. This is not the pinata, this is a different one. I forgot what it's called, but our poppies are doing good. Our ice plants, we've been deadheading them and they're putting out their new flowers, so pretty happy about that.
This is another Mother Million.
It's another Mother Millions, a different kind, but this is also putting on the same little babies along.
And it also got hit by the frost.
And this one also, yeah, so it's kind of recovering. They were about the same size. This one was not affected by the frost, but this one was, so this one's a little bit bigger. But yeah, I don't know, it's fine. So Succansonias, we have our phormiums, we have our ground orchids. It's pretty cool. We got these from a lady, and surprisingly a iris popped up in there. I didn't even know that was in there, so surprise. Our Santolina is about to flower. This is also called cotton lavender. I like to use botanical names. This is Santolina. It's medicinal. It's very fragrant. The foliage and flowers attracts a lot of pollinators. So other rose about to flower soon. I think this one is the pinata. Oh, look, a ladybug.
Eat the aphids.
Let's show them this canna. What's a pretty cool canna. I got this from a lady. I don't know which one it is. It kind of looks like the Wyoming. It's called Wyoming. Our Scotch pine is put out its candles. It's doing good. It's happy. I added more mulch to that, so it's pretty happy. I'm so happy with this. I think in the last video I told you I didn't know if this was a real plant or not. I gave it some feather meal, which is mostly like slow release nitrogen, and that's what it needed. Putting out a new sprout there at the bottom, and all of this foliage on top is all new, so couldn't be more happy with this. The kumquat here, it didn't do anything for months and months and months, but did some research, and citrus are heavy feeders, so gave it some more nitrogen. So we moved all of our slicers over here to the south side of the house. So I think we have a total of 12 plants.
6 and 6.
12.
Yeah, total 12.
6 cherry tomatoes and 6 of these more larger tomatoes, slicers. Yeah, it's a good spot for them. Got lots of sun here. Pretty happy with them. Our cacti are doing great. I was really excited to start growing cacti here in this environment. Hadn't really had a lot of experience growing cacti before, but I'll tell you, they're pretty easy. Just really, they don't really need a lot of stuff. This one's already putting out 2 new babies. Our peanut cactus is flowering. It's kind of closed now. It was open earlier, but all of the cactus that we have are pretty much putting out babies and flowers. We don't really water them too much. Once in a great while we do, but it's been kind of rainy here lately, so they've been getting more water than they probably should. We have our dianthus, and this is our Achilles millefolium, or yarrow. This is a pastel, I think, different pastel colors, so it should be a variation of light pinks and yellows. And so our geraniums doing pretty good. All of our citrus is doing good. It's all pushing out new growth. Some of it got some hail damage. We had a hailstorm a while ago, but some of the older leaves are pretty beat up. our lavender's still hanging in there. It needs potted up bad, but it's like on our list of stuff to do. So each one of these is at a T-post, and we sort of just grouped plants around each T-post to sort of create pathways and kind of misting stations for each little area here. This is a verbena that we got at that nursery, the same nursery I got the loquat. This was on sale, and we actually didn't know what this was because we have one in our other palm tree that came with it, and we didn't know what it was, and then upon discovering this one we found out it was verbena. So excited to have a matching one in our other palm tree. Our poppies are doing good. We've been staying on top of the deadheading and stuff. Yep, let's see. This is a tire planter that we got from somebody on Facebook Marketplace. We painted it. It wasn't originally this color. It was, you know, the color of a tire, basically. And we paid 20 bucks for it. It was full of some crappy soil. It was pretty heavy. But we brought it back, painted it up, and put some bamboo in there. We have black bamboo. We have the structural bamboo. What is this yellow one? He told us, but we forgot. There's a bamboo guy that lives in Anderson. He has multiple varieties of bamboo. We have some more yarrow. Our Lagrostrobia crepe myrtles are doing good. They're putting out new growth. Don't expect them to do anything until later in the season. This is the other viberna, or the other verbena that matches the one that we put in there.
Taking over that pot.
Yeah, it's like taking over the pot. We love it though. It blooms like crazy. This is our star jasmine. It's an evergreen vine that blooms, and it puts out a very strong scent. It's about 20 feet long, so it's pretty stoked to get this at that same nursery. I think it was like $8 or something. It was on sale, it was on clearance. But as soon as we brought it home and potted it up, it started flowering, so I think that's pretty much it for our new additions. Oh, our lantanas are flowering that we got them last year. They overwintered and they're flowering, so pretty cool that we live in a place where we can overwinter lantanas and verbenas and other similar annuals. Our salvias are doing good. The hummingbirds love them, of course. What else is new? Anything, Candy?
That's doing great.
Oh yeah, we have these pink hydrangeas. They're pushing some pretty awesome blooms. Our fern, we divided this from the main fern that we got. That's a whole nother story in and of itself. Yeah, there we have it. We have our little herb section. We have our sage. We have basil, green onions, thyme. We've cloned a lot of our tomatoes basically when we potted them up, and we potted up those clones and we've been giving them to all of our neighbors. So, you know, sort of just putting some good out in the world, paying it forward to our neighbors. I think we gave each one of our neighbors 3 tomato plants, so yeah, that's it for our updates. I think if there's anything else, we will add it in the comments. If you have any questions, feel free to direct message me or ask in the comments. Let's get a picture of our flag. So thank you guys very much. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the updates. Just keep it growing on. Peace.